I am officially interviewing for my dream job. I have about 45 questions in this document. This is what it's looking like right now. Don't get your hopes up and do your best, and if you don't get it, it's not the end of the world. Write all of the questions on index cards and study them that way. Yeah, I've got about 60 cards here. Part of the interview process is a 2-minute presentation. I'm leaving for the interview in about 25 minutes. I'm as ready as I could ever be. No matter what happens, I'll be proud of myself for having worked so hard and made it this far, you know, to the final interview. I can't believe it's over. It doesn't feel like it's over. It feels like it's too good to be true that it's over, but guys, like, no matter what happens from here, I'm so happy. I honestly did the best that I could do, and that's all I could really ask of myself at this point. I couldn't tell you if I'm gonna get it or if I'm not. It's still very up in the air. I don't know yet. I probably will find out next week. It was like a 3-hour-long process, but it was really fun. Like, I met some really awesome people, and I just had a really great time. Like, it was a really exciting, really fun day, and I thought it was gonna be super stressful and scary, but once I got there, it wasn't, and it felt really good. So now it's just a waiting game. I have to wait and see what happens. It was such a good day, and I was so happy regardless of whatever happens next. I'm in a really good mood right now. Dang. I mean, I want it so bad, but hopefully next time I see you guys I have good news, but if I have bad news, that's okay too, because again, this experience has been awesome. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Oh my god. Bye! So it's currently 4:16 on Monday following the interview, and I haven't heard anything yet. And I really think that they let the people who got it know on Monday. So not feeling too confident about it. Actually, I feel like really not. So yeah. I just feel really stressed now. Like, I know it is okay if I don't get it, but also I really want it. And I haven't heard anything. Today is Wednesday, and I still haven't heard anything. So at this point, I'm like pretty much convinced that it's not gonna happen. I just want them to be like, hey, no, so that I can stop thinking about it, but nah. They're just gonna drag it out really long, so I get to stress about it more. Hoping tomorrow they finally just, I mean, it should be by tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Oh well. So I didn't get the job. And I know that's the only thing that most of you care about, and you're probably about to click off this video, but I encourage you to stay. Because I want to talk a little bit about my journey with failure in regards to this and other things, because I believe it's helpful to people who have either gone through what I've gone through, are going through what I've gone through, or will go through in the future. Also, something kind of crazy happened this morning, like just unreal timing while I was trying to plan out this video. So I want to tell you about that also. So basically, I just want to try and quickly tell you guys about my biggest failures leading up to this particular failure and how they've played an important role in who I am today and why I believe that they have been important. I'm a person who pretty much grew up getting what they wanted. I wasn't spoiled, but I just grew up, like, I had a really, really fortunate childhood and had some amazing experiences, went to good schools, like truly a childhood that I'm very, very grateful for. Things just always seemed to work out for me. I didn't have a lot of struggles or like major difficult things that I went through as a kid, and even up through college for the most part. In 2018, it's when a lot of things changed for me. In terms of failures, that was my first like really big failure. It was in 2018. So essentially what ended up happening was when I applied to Ithaca College, which is obviously where I went to college, I had heard about this internship that I wanted more than anything in the world. I heard about it like when I applied. So before I was even a freshman in college there, when I was a senior still in high school, I heard about this internship that a lot of people got when they spent their semester in LA, and I knew I wanted it. And I knew that was what I was gonna work for my entire time at college. It came time to go to LA for my semester in LA, which was in the fall of my senior year, so fall of 2018. I went to LA, I applied for this internship, and long story short, I didn't even get an interview. This was something that I had been working so hard to accomplish. I had a professor who didn't promise me that he could help me get it, but told me, I'm gonna put in a good word for you and I think you're gonna get it and all this stuff. For 3 years I was being told that like this is what I was gonna do. All my friends said they thought I was gonna get it, and then I didn't even get the interview. This was like an absolutely soul-crushing experience because at that point I had never wanted anything more in my life. I just felt really, really down about it for about 2 months because I was the only person like in the program that I knew without an internship. It took me 2 months of being out there to really find something. Basically for the entirety of August and September, I was just there with no internship at all. And that was just awful because everyone else was doing things and I just sitting there. Not only had I missed out on this amazing opportunity that I thought I was gonna have, but then to on top of that, just be sitting there with nothing for so long. It was absolutely soul crushing for about 2 months. But then I ended up getting 2 internships. One that was fine, but the other one, it was with a digital media company, and it ended up being one of the most incredible, amazing experiences of my life. I got to do some of the coolest things I've ever done, worked on these incredible projects, met amazing people that I still talk to today, and it was just like it all hit me at the end of that, like, okay, didn't get what I thought I wanted, but I did end up getting this other thing that I never expected in a million years, and it ended up being so much better. So that's experience number 1. Fast forward a year later, now I've moved to LA like full time and I've graduated and I'm looking for a job, and that company that I had really wanted the internship with and didn't get, I apply for a job with them. I get the interview. Beyond the interview, I even get a 2-day like trial period where I work with them for 2 days, and it looks so promising. It looks like I'm 100% gonna get it, and then I don't. So once again, I'm rejected by literally my dream company to work for the 2nd time. And this time, it pretty much destroyed me for about a month. It was about a whole month because I worked with them at the beginning of September, and then they didn't tell me I didn't get it till the end of September, so I was like really hopeful in September. And then October, I just was completely crushed because I finally thought things were gonna work out for me, and then they didn't. But then everything that you guys saw in the first video of this 2-part little series, that all happened. I applied for a job that I never in a million years thought I could ever get, and I made it through the application, the first interview, and the second interview. And I can tell you that I wanted that internship and that job from before so bad, but this new job, I wanted more than anything I'd ever wanted in my life. I can't even tell you guys how bad I wanted this job. I mean, you saw me preparing for it. It was like 2 weeks of me just focusing entirely on prepping for that interview, the presentation, and all of that fun stuff. And then I didn't get it. I spent all of last week waiting for the email, and after the first 3 days of the week, I knew I didn't get it just because they had said like we'd hear sometime that week, and I knew it'd be early in the week. So I officially got my rejection on this past Monday, and they finally were like, hey, thanks, but no thanks. Like, even though I was prepared for it when I finally got that email, I just was like, you know, like just so heart-wrenching. But this time, my complete just like soul-crushing feeling only lasted for 1 week. So if you're seeing the pattern here, the first time it was 2 months, then it was 1 month, and then it was 1 week. Basically every time that I've experienced this kind of soul-crushing defeat, it's lasted shorter and shorter and shorter. Even though this last experience was something I wanted more than the other 2 experiences, it only really crushed me for about a week instead of a month or 2 months. So basically, like, after everything that happened to me in 2018 is when, like, for the first time my life like really took a turn for the worse, and I'm not gonna get into everything about that year right now, but not only did I deal with that first failure of not getting an internship, but I also had like relationship issues, housing issues, dealing with like the lowest low that I've ever experienced in my life. It was a rough year. But all of those experiences have absolutely 100% entirely changed my outlook on life and who I am as a person, like in ways that I can't fully explain, but I will try. Every painful experience does make you stronger, and I know that's such a cliche, but it's so true. Every time I've experienced one of these failures, it has made me more prepared and more able to deal with failures that have come beyond that. So basically I see every one of these failures as necessary, as important, as something that needed to happen, and I'm truly grateful for every single one of these failures because I have become a person who believes, ever since 2018, I'm just always saying to myself, everything happens for a reason and you're always where you're supposed to be, because when I didn't get that internship I wanted, I got one that was even better, and I have friends that I still talk to today from that internship, and everything just made sense in the end. I know a lot of people are calling bullshit on that because I know a lot of people don't believe in that kind of stuff, like everything happens for a reason, what's meant to be will always find a way, but I 100% believe in that concept. So, hey, that's just the way I am. And then this morning, like something kind of crazy happened because I was sitting in my bed and I was kind of going through this video in my head, how I was gonna make it, what I was gonna say. I was just basically planning it, speaking it out and everything. And as I was doing that, I was also applying to jobs because I need a job, like no matter what, even if it's just like retail or food, I like need money to pay the bills, right? So I'm applying to jobs and then out of nowhere I get a text from one of them. It's like, start going back and forth and he's like, you know, what's your availability, blah, blah, blah. And long story short, I am not unemployed anymore. It's a part-time job. I'll tell you, it's working with audiences for TV shows and it's just part-time and it's obviously not my dream job, but it's definitely something to help me get by. And I feel so much better now. I feel so much more comfortable and so much more relaxed because I'm like, okay, something is working out for me now. And I know this is gonna sound weird, but like, I'm really excited about the experiences that I'm gonna have too. I know I'm gonna meet people and I'm going to have experiences that I wouldn't trade for anything. So I know like something about this was supposed to happen, was meant to be, and that's why things are working out the way they are, you know? So basically this video is me telling you not to get discouraged if things don't work out the way you want them to, because something better is waiting for you. So keep trying, keep your head up, keep working, and you will find it. And this is coming from somebody who's experienced quite a bit of disappointment in the past couple years. I told you about like my 3 big failures, but beyond that, there have been so many little ones. The number of jobs that I've applied for, interviewed for, and didn't get over the past 7 months is insane. Like I can't even process. I've gone on so many interviews and just been rejected, 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 rejected. And I'm telling you, just keep working because something's gotta stick. Something's gonna work out for you eventually, and you just have to keep working at it. So keep your head up. You got this. We all got this. Everything is truly going to be okay, even if it doesn't feel like it is. I know I've been there, but I promise you it's all gonna work out, it's all gonna be okay. So yeah. So thank you guys for just having this chill chat with me today. I always love being able to sit down and just talk to you guys. And if you want to talk about your own experiences, your own failures, or similar experiences to that, drop them in the comments below because I will be happy to chat with you guys down there. And don't forget to like and subscribe down below if you haven't already. It'd mean the world to me. So plant some flowers, spread some kindness for me, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!